good, everybody? It's your boy Todd Smith here once again, alongside my tag team partner Dale Clifford out there in Fernley, Nevada. Welcome to yet another episode of the No Gimmicks podcast, broadcasting on the 3 and Out Radio Network. Dale, what's good, my man?
What up, Todd? So we're gonna again go into a little bit indie spotlight. We've spotlighted wrestlers in the past. Like this one's gonna be manager extraordinaire. We'll go that route.
Or the Ringmaster from hell, might I say. My man, the cold one, AC, joining us on the No Gimmicks podcast this week. AC, what's happening, brother?
Oh, yeah. Before you guys get started, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Are you guys soul and commit to me a life of beautiful destruction? That's all I ask. Nothing too serious.
Hell no. I don't know about you, Dale. I'm not in for that. I don't sell my soul to nobody.
It's too bad.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to stay right where I'm at, right here on planet Earth. And I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. But hey, let's start this off here, man. How long have you been in the pro wrestling business, and which company gave you your start?
I've been around the business, doing business, let's just say, for about 8 years now. Started at APW, a little bit more clean shaven, a little less creepy. I was their backstage announcer for the Gym Wars YouTube series. Went on from there, did ring announcing, all that fun stuff. And now it's just leading the freaks to championship and destruction. It's more fun just destroying than it is getting belts anyways. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, man. I remember when we first crossed paths several years ago, AC, and you definitely are a different man now than you were back then. Dale, what you got for my man, the Cohen AC?
So, of course, you are a manager. So the biggest question is, why did you decide to go that route as opposed to lacing up the boots and becoming a wrestler?
So much more fun leading the pack than it is being the pawn.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, you know what? Hey, every business needs a leader, right? And I mean, the business that you're in is an evil one. So, hey, question for you. What promotions have you worked for and whom have you led as a manager?
Here's a growing list. The main promotions obviously are Gold Rush Pro Wrestling and All Pro Wrestling, but I've also worked wrestling for charity, SCWA, which is SoCal Wrestling Association. It's wider than that, but those are like the main that come to mind. Mostly All Pro Wrestling and Gold Rush. I actually did write down a list before of how many different people I managed. Whoever's on the card, because I didn't start off looking like this.
Mm-hmm.
More dapper, handlebar mustache, more deviant, part of the Syndicate, which was a long-running stable in Northern California in the early in these 2000s. And then I took that over for a minute. So it was like I started off with like Venice DeMarco, Vinny Massaro, Julio Pedrosa, which is in the UK right now touring with a Wrestle Slam or something like that. And then once I finally broke out into Gold Rush, I was brought in by Shane Doc Atrocity. He became my mentor of sorts, and he's the one who started turning me and leading me on this creepy route. It's a lot more fun making kids cry just by looking at them. But I just recently managed Sin all the way to the Gold Rush Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
Mainstay for me. El Chupacabra, Vic Grimes, Sledge. It's a big revolving door, man.
All right, yeah. So quite a list indeed.
Lots of people.
So Dale,
Shane Doc Atrocity.
A question here about what you prefer. So Dale, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna jump forward a little bit since you mentioned it a little bit. Continue expanding on what it means to be mentored by Doc Atrocity.
Oh, that guy, NorCal Hall of Famer, 20 plus years in the business. It's just like an encyclopedia at your disposal. So I was mentored under him for a couple years, year and a half to 2 years. He's always my go-to person to pick his brain, pick my brain back and forth. It's interesting, man, because that guy he comes to every show with a whole bag of tricks, literally. Like one time, we did a spot where he had a glove on. We were managing Jekyll's and someone else, and Jekyll's just grabs the glove from him, but the glove expanded to like 20 feet long, and they started clotheslining people. He always comes with a sledgehammer. He's came with a full-on mallet before. Yeah. He showed me the art of throwing fireballs.
Okay.
Very handy.
Hey, sounds like quite a teacher to me, man. So with that question,
the best.
I'd like to ask you, AC, which do you prefer portraying? You enjoy portraying the heel role more so than the face, you'd say?
I just patrol I'm just myself, man. It's just however the fans interpret it, it's on them.
Okay.
Like some could argue that I'm a face in Gold Rush now because Sin is feuding with Rick Luxury and MPT.
Mm-hmm.
We're not faces. We're just ourselves. Like I'm blood Xing people at the end. You know how like Ted DiBiase used to shove $100 bill in his fallen victims.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're just I just came out with my chalice of show. I just doused his whole head with like lots and lots of blood. It's a lot of fun.
Man, that is
a heel or a face, or is that just creepy?
Yeah, man, that's something I definitely would never ever want to have to experience. So, speaking of experience, Dale's got a question for you about that. So, Dale, go ahead, ask him what you got.
So, what would you say is your most memorable experience, and then least memorable experience?
I wish I would not remember this, but it's probably one of the most memorable for me. Is my managerial debut. I was managing Venice DeMarco in Wrestling for Charity. And his opponent that night was Rikishi.
Oh.
You can only imagine what club I joined that night.
Stinkface Club?
I wish I could forget. Bare ass Stinkface Club.
Oh, man.
I didn't know it was gonna be bare ass. I'm screaming in the corner. Legit. I just had to make sure I closed my mouth in time. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, it's just like you just see about a good 4 bills worth of ass coming at your face, man.
He hit me so hard and so deep that my earrings popped out.
Oh my!
True story.
Woo!
Yeah.
My goodness.
But I'm not sure that's necessarily the most memorable. I would say probably the most memorable thus far is the last Gold Rush show, 2 Gold Rush shows ago actually, when Sin, the God Killer Sin, finally won the Gold Rush Heavyweight Championship by coming through the ring and inserting himself into the cage match because he was banned from ringside, banned from coming out the curtain. Mm-hmm. So he just came through the ring. 3 years managing that guy. Okay. Finally got the big one for him. It's the most fulfilling so far.
That's good stuff.
And also, obviously, Cow Palace on May 6th earlier this year.
Okay.
Managing Jekyll's versus Kratos in a San Francisco street fight with Kevin Sullivan as the outside enforcer, getting laid out by him. Yeah. Mean guy.
Yeah, man.
You'd think that he'd be on my side because we're both
about to say, from the side, man.
Out there.
Yeah, you would think that.
But no, he sided with Kratos.
Okay. Yeah, man. As we know, if Rikishi was asked to haul ass, man, he would have to make 2 trips. So I'm not envious of you having to go through that experience there. So hey, as we said before, quite the transformation has taken place since the last time that I've actually seen you in real life. So what exactly led to you developing the persona of the Cold One AC?
Oh, it's just a constant development. It's like some giant rat or something behind me. Going crazy in the bushes.
Hey, throw some cheese at the man.
Moving some crap back there. Anyways, so everyone says your gimmick or whatever you want to, if you want to talk slang, is just you times 100, turn up to 100.
Right, right,
I'm
right.
not sure if I'm even turning it up yet. That's the whole thing. I'm just fine tuning it.
Okay.
A lot more fun. Instead of twiddling my mustache, it's a lot more fun just being able to invoke fear. Seriously, just by looking at people. You should see me and Jackals come out to the crowd. All we have to do is stop and turn to people. And just the power, it's like power, man. It's power when you just see them start crying or freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Is to do that. That's what drives me. That's what evolves me.
Yeah. It's definitely more fun playing the heel, I must say, because I used to tell people, I say, hey, you know what? I am not an a-hole. I just play one on Saturday nights. And I enjoy doing it, man. You know, like I said, it was kind of an outlet for me, you know, when I worked as a heel, you know, like it was just kind of like, you know, you got to be the good guy when you're at work and stuff like that and dealing with people. But hey, once you step between those ropes, man, yeah, it's just full on a-hole. So moving on here. So Dale, what you got next for AC?
So what is the Creepy Show Carnival, and who are its members?
All right, so that was the revolving door when I was brought in. Jock Atrocity, brought in as his worker. I would come through the curtain, do the spiel. You ever see a freak show from what was that, Venice Beach freak show? You know, they have the guy out front saying, "Oh, come on in, see the two-headed girl," or whatever the hell it was.
Okay.
Basically, that was me hyping up the match before the match happened, and that was the revolving door. That was Chupacabra, Sledge, Jekyll's, Vic Grimes, Sin, Kikyo, lots of people, and now it is evolved and also deteriorated, but it's just on the back burner. Sometimes it could just come out at any time. PPW and Petaluma, I manage Pat Fitzpatrick and Corvus under the moniker Creepy Show Carnival. So it's just right there at my disposal whenever I want to bring in that revolving door, bring in new people. It's easy. It's a known name, so it works.
Okay. Yeah.
Since Doc Trossi left Gold Rush, I had to step up from the Carney Barker, and now I'm the ringmaster of the whole entire thing.
All right.
Leading the shots, calling the shots.
Yeah. So you run the show.
Somebody
now.
had to step in.
All right. Hey.
Yeah.
So besides professional wrestling, what would you say are some of your other interests? I could tell that you're quite a beard enthusiast, and I believe you compete at some competitions as well. So tell us a little bit about that, huh?
Yeah, I do a lot of competitive bearding at facial hair competitions. They're usually free, so that evens out all the kids I scare. So I travel around the country and everything. I just recently traveled to Austin, Texas for the first time at the World Beard and Mustache Championships. Happened there in the lower 48 states. So I went and competed in a partial beard freestyle. I took 7th place in the world. Just took 1st place up in Salem, Oregon, a couple weeks back at their inaugural event. These clubs, they do a lot of good for the community, so bad that I do for the community by making kids cry with helping raise funds for like puppies or whatever the hell the clubs want to do. Yeah, LA competition was in August as well, and it was an 80s theme. I went to put Prince's logo in my beard. That was a big hassle.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I almost died at that competition, legit.
How?
I thought it was hairspray poisoning because I was up in that small ass hotel room for like 6 hours doing this beard, just breathing all the hairspray in. But because I was like legit passing out. So if you've seen the picture, I had like the circle part of the logo right here. I almost yacked through it in the middle of the competition. And I didn't know what the hell. I wasn't drinking or nothing, so I don't know what the hell was going on. But it turns out after the whole competition was done, I got out to the parking lot, I ripped the wig off. The wig was too tight, so I was basically cutting off blood flow to my brain for like 6 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Lots of fun. I was perfectly fine once I took it off, though, so that's all good.
Hey, nobody will ever be able to tell you that you're not committed to your craft, AC.
I'm not going to let the elevator break me down. Nope.
Hey, so Del, what you got next for AC here?
So what would be your dream company or person to manage?
Oh, deep. Oh, man. I've never really thought of dream person, but anyone who doesn't say that they're trying to shoot for the top, companies in the world, whether it be WWE or New Japan. I'd even work for Impact if they called me. But ultimately, I'd really want to work with WWE. That's what I've known my whole life. That's what I've looked up to. Characters to manage, though, could go a lot of different ways. I guess maybe the Bludgeon Brothers at the moment. I could fit in with them.
Okay.
Try to fit in like what's strange. What's strange? You know what I mean? That's where I would have to picture myself because I want the oddity route, not the oddities, but like the oddity route. Bray Wyatt, but he doesn't need a mouthpiece. Obviously, he's the promo skills. Or some, you never know, some up and comer. It doesn't even matter to me who I manage. I'm just out there to do my job, get the people over, get the crowd hating us. As long as we're putting asses in seats, that's all that really matters. So I can scare them out of them.
Right.
Get their money. I don't care what happens.
Hey, Bray doesn't need a mouthpiece. He's got JoJo Offerman for that.
I'm not commenting. I know nothing.
Hey, if you could change anything about the current landscape of indie professional wrestling or how people view it, what would you change about the business and why?
On it. There's nothing that needs to be changed. It's in an upswing right now. So we're doing something right. All Pro Wrestling, going to the Cow Palace. It's like the hallowed grounds of the West Coast. Anything if we're going to that building, just get more eyes on it, get more asses in seats. I don't need to change nothing.
How would you go about doing
Keep on
that?
Building that.
What do you think could help get more eyes on the product and more people?
It's just it's not necessarily what we could do. It's just we just got to keep on running these high caliber shows, and in turn, the word of mouth will keep on going. Like we got a full steam going into this Friday, so just keep the momentum going from show to show to show. That's all you can really hope for, Get more people that are working these shows to promote them, which we already do. So, like I said, it's a word of mouth and a constant cycle. The grind never sleeps. How about that?
True.
So as long as we just keep on the grind, we'll keep on growing. That's for all companies. Mm-hmm. So if your company's not getting it, got to keep on grinding. Maybe measuring a few different things on what to change per se. Like you don't need to have like 15 matches on each card. Just get the right ones going. Then keep on pushing. Keep on hitting the pavement, the social media. Keep on scaring children.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Hey, so Dale, what you got next for AC?
All right, so complete the sentence. If I wasn't a professional wrestler, I would be
morning show on the radio.
Okay.
I already work on the radio station, so
hosting what type of show? Like, what would the topic be?
Well, I would want to get the most money out of my job, so it'd probably be all the news and all that crap, TMZ and all that stuff. Hey, as long as it's a alt radio station, like alt rock or something, so I could be my smart ass self. As long as I'm not changing who I am, that's what I would do. Like if you've ever visited the Bay Area back in the day, it would be like the No Name Show, or now it's so basically all Live 105. So
right.
Trying to think of Kevin something. I don't even. I know the name. I work in the building, but I can't. It's drawing a blank at the moment because my mind's on wrestling, not radio. Well, yeah, like alt rock station where you can just be a smart ass and treat your coworkers like crap on air. That'd be me. Yeah.
Hey, so now let me make this clear here. I mean, obviously you're doing managing, but you've shared with me that you have actually started training a bit lately, right? Like to take bumps and all that stuff. Kind of like, one of the things that people really admired about the late Bobby the Brain Heenan was he always got involved in the matches and he was never afraid to take bumps. So tell us a little bit about some of the experiences which you've had recently with your training inside the ring.
Well, yeah, like I said, I've been in the business for 8 years now, and I didn't originally start with like the full on training. I did the promo classes and all that stuff. So I'm like, hey, I'm in these matches anyways, getting involved. I might as well make sure I'm doing everything right. Plus, you get more respect in the business by doing so. But Heat Night's not the funnest. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. Now, for those of us who aren't insiders, heat means getting hit, strikes.
Yeah, yeah,
So now,
and they don't go easy on you that night. Yeah.
You been part of a chop train or something like that? Is that what's happened?
Oh, I don't even mind the chop. I don't mind a chop chain. It's the forearm smashes right to the neck that don't feel all that lovely, especially because I've been in like 3 car accidents in the past like 2 months. So it's a I think it was the combination. It was a bit rough, but it's all right. Puts more ideas in my head how to hurt people. So
Right.
forearm strikes to the neck, not chops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Chops suck too. But you know they're gonna suck. So you just take them.
Yes.
Especially when you got the master of the chops, Boyce Legrand, delivering them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's old school APW dude right there, man.
And, he's going into the NorCal Hall of Fame this year, so much respect to that man. He's the longest reigning Dynamite Division champion of surpassed 1,000 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's quite an accomplishment. Yeah, top that, Jinder Mahal. Hey, so
not gonna happen.
Dale's gonna help us wrap this on up. Dale, go for it.
So thank you for coming on. We appreciate going a little bit on the creepy side of things here, and now we're going to give the floor to you to let us know what you've got coming up, new shows, projects, anything you're working on.
All right, so obviously the big one is this Friday at the Cow Palace, All Pro Wrestling. So check that out. It's got Rey Mysterio with Juventud Guerrero taking on the Lucha Bros. Got Jack Swagger challenging for the All Pro Wrestling Championship, the Universal Championship against Jeff Cobb. 20-man battle royal. It's a stacked card. I can't even name all of it. It's if you don't get your ass out there, for especially with the tickets only being $25 for most seats right now, you're anywhere on the West Coast and you're not there, you're doing yourself a disservice if you call yourself a wrestling fan. Besides that, I would say Gold Rush always live stream their shows at youtube.com/Gold Rush Pro Wrestling. You should follow All Pro Wrestling on YouTube as well because they release everything every week. Both of those have weekly shows. And for me, I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. You can book me by thecoldoneac@gmail.com. I'm on all social media at thecoldoneac. It's pretty self-explanatory.
All right. So that's how they can get a hold of you. Do you have a YouTube channel at all? Or
I don't. No.
Okay.
I just promote All Pro Wrestling and Gold Rush Pro Wrestling because all my best work is right on there.
Right on, man. Hey, so one thing is for sure, we could sit here and talk to my man Nicole and AC all night long. But unfortunately, we have ran out of time, and we're coming to the end of this episode of No Gimmicks Podcast. So thank you for tuning in for our interview with Nicole and AC. We are No Gimmicks, No Image, all wrestling all the time. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment on our videos.
Not a gimmick. It's all real life.